Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Pelum's Secret. My name is Pelumi. Yeah, I actually didn't want to post this tutorial, but I was like, I need to just show the reality of things. As you saw, things don't always go right, and sometimes you want to follow like a step-by-step way of doing things, but you just go along with the flow and you get what you get. But at the end of the day, you have a good product. I like this dress. Everything came out nice, but the steps to get into this dress was a little bit haphazard. You know, I was just doing things upside down. And I hope you understand the tutorial, because this part 1 is how I cut the fabric, and part 2 is the sewing and the joining of the pieces together to make the final products. This shirt dress with a Mandarin collar. I actually have a shirt dress tutorial on my channel. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to put the link on the top, in the I button, and in the description box, so you can check that out as well. But that was like a full-on lapel collar, and this is a Mandarin collar. I have been seeing this on Instagram for some reason. I wanted to just try it. I think I actually like it. It turned out great. So I hope you understand the tutorial. I hope you find it helpful in learning how to cut your fabric to make a shirt dress, and I hope you also watch the part 2 of it and how I made it. And that's it, guys. Keep on watching the tutorial. Let me know you found it helpful in the comment section. Actually suggest ideas for subsequent videos, or like what you would like to see me post. Yeah, let me know that in the description box. And what else? Yes, that's it. So I'll see you in my next video. Bye. So for this shirt dress, I have only 2 meters of this gorgeous tie-dye Kampala batik, I'm not sure what else it's called, kind of material. It was gifted to me by my aunt, so thank you so much, auntie. Yeah, that's all I have. And then other materials we need are the regulars, matching thread, which is not on the table right now, but you also need lightweight interfacing for the collar only, because my material is a bit like stiff, and I didn't want the button placket to be stiff as well, so I used interfacing just for the collar. I would recommend you, if you're using this kind of material as well, I recommend that you wash and press it before using it. It breaks the fabric a little and makes it easier to work with, because it's very like stiff. Then to begin, I folded the entire 2 meters into quarters, that's into 4. I initially wanted to cut the front and the back together, but I discovered that was not going to work. It was not going to be possible because of the front button placket. So I cut the bottom fabric off and worked with the front panel first. The first thing to do is to draw a reference line at the top. And then from that line, mark the bust point measurement and square this measurement across. Next, mark the front waistline measurement. Also from the front waistline measurement, mark the hip depth measurement. That's the hip length measurement. From the front line as well, mark how long you want your dress to be. So you need to also add hemming allowance to that. Mine was about 23 inches. So this is when I separated the front from the back, and I forgot to record the part where I marked the bottom placket. But for the bottom placket, you need to mark 1.5 inches away from the center front and draw a vertical line all the way down the length of the dress. For the neckline, I did a 4x4 neckline because I didn't want the Mandarin collar to be like tight around my neck. I just wanted it to be loose. So mark 4 inches down from the reference line and 4 inches on the reference line for the width of the neckline. And then you should draw you should draw your neckline at this point, but I skipped that. As I said previously, this tutorial is kind of like everywhere, but never mind. Next, mark the shoulder length of 5 inches on the reference line as well, starting from the 4 inches you just marked. From the shoulder point, come down by half an inch and draw the shoulder slope. Divide the bust by 6 plus 1.5 inches and mark this on the fabric starting from the reference line to create the chest line. I'm seeing a lot of lines, like wow, lines. Extend the shoulder point line drawn to the chest line. Yeah, I'm sorry to stress everywhere, but yeah, like I said. Then now I'm drawing my neck hole, my neckline, my neck curve, whatever. Yeah, just drawing whatever you feel like drawing it, basically. Find the midpoint of the armhole line and take it inwards by 3/4 of an inch. Mark quarter of the bust circumference plus 2 inches. 1 for ease and 1 for seam allowance on the bust line. Do the same for the waist and the hip. The same measurement you marked on the hip, mark this as well on the hemline and connect all the points from the bust to the waist, to the waist to the hip, and all that. From the midpoint on the armhole line, connect this to the shoulder point using a curved ruler and finish the armhole by drawing the conic armhole curve on the chest line. Okay, so now it's time to cut the back. Place the front on another fabric, and we're going to use this as a template to cut out the back. But remember, the back should be on the fold because it doesn't have any like button or zip at the back. The back neckline is 1 inch deep and draw a straight line from the front armhole curve to the shoulder point because the back armhole is not as curvy as the front. Once you're done marking the changes, cut out the back. Okay, so to create the colors, I started out by measuring the front neckline and back neckline and then adding these measurements together, and that would be the half length of the collar. Take part of the remaining fabric and measure out half the length of the collar and fold from that point. Also determine the height of your collar plus 1 inch seam allowance and measure that on your fabric as well. So I wanted the collar stand of about 1 inch, so I measured that plus the seam allowance. Once you're done making all the markings, curve the end of the collar. Cut out another color using the first one as a template. So you're going to have 2 color pieces, and then you're also going to cut out interfacing for one side of the collar. It's time for the sleeves now. So I want a short sleeve, mainly because I don't have a lot of fabric left. I folded the remaining fabric into 4 quarters so I can have 2 sleeves, front and back on each fold. This is the way I make my sleeves, and it works out every time. Like I don't have X's and stuff like that. Mark 4 inch for the cap length and square across. Divide the bicep circumference by 2 and add 1.5 inches to it for ease and seam allowance. Mark this on the cap length line. From this point, draw a horizontal line to the top of the sleeve. Mark the middle of this line and raise it by 1 inch. Find the middle of the other half and mark down by 3/4 of an inch. With a curved ruler, draw the sleeve curve from the top to the raised midpoint. For the front sleeve, connect with a curved line to the end of the sleeve, and for the back sleeve, connect the curve to the end of the sleeve with a straight line. I cross-check this by measuring the front and the back armhole curve on the dress, making sure it's the same length on the sleeve as well. Once I'm satisfied, mark the sleeve opening. And sleeve length is 10 inch, including hemming allowance. Cut out the sleeve. You should cut out the back first, then open it, and then cut out the front. And so you should have all your pieces now. You should have 2 front pieces, 1 back piece that has been cut on the fold, 2 sleeve pieces, and 2 collar pieces with 1 collar interfacing. So these are everything you need to make your shirt dress with a Mandarin collar. So the next tutorial will be how to actually sew and join the pieces together. So I hope you find this tutorial helpful, and if you did, let me know in the comment section. Anyways, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.